Hi, it's Marie from Still Dreaming Homestead. Well, today I'm in the kitchen. You can see I've got a lot of eggs washed. If anybody's local, I have eggs for sale, $4 a dozen. My hens are laying beautifully. They're very humanely treated. They're only in their coop to either lay an egg or so they'll be safe at night. But that's not what my video is about today. Today my video is about canning butter. So butter prices are really high, and my storage is really low in my freezer. So I'd read and watched a video myself from another YouTuber on how to can butter. And when I researched it, people say that it will last between 3 years and 10 years on your shelf. Well, this won't have to last this long. And I think I had 13 pounds of butter that I bought. It was on sale. I was shocked. Here, it's about $5 a pound, no matter where you go. And I went to a local market, Sherm's, and I love them. They're a very good member of our community. And they had it on sale for $3.99. So I was really happy about that, and so I picked up, like I said, about 13 pounds, and I'm going to show you what that looks like right now. So I've melted it in the oven, and as you can see, there's white milk fat on the top, which is a natural part of butter. I'm going to stir it up here. And the more I stir it and incorporate that milk, the more you can see the natural color of butter. That's the first step. So I have got some already that I have ladled, because there's another step. You'll be able to see. Look how beautiful that is. But if you look at the bottom, you can see that white at the bottom. That's the milk solids. So, of course, the first stage, as always, it looks a little crooked here, was to wash and sanitize these jars. So 1 pint jar will take about 1 pound of butter. Well, let's get some butter in these. Again, I'm stirring it up. And I wish you could see it better, but I do almost all my filming by myself, so I start kind of with just me. The reason you want to get the milk solids in it is otherwise you will have a delicious product called ghee. Now, ghee is the pure fat from the butter, and it is very shelf stable just on your porch without sealing it. But to be honest, I just like the butter better. So let's keep pouring this in. I'm leaving some head space on this. That is really important for the next step. I'm also going to refill an old peanut butter jar that I'm using for on the counter at this point. It wants to bend for me. Just turn it. That's good for right now. So I want to lower these front legs a little so it kind of angles it down a little better. There we go. And I have, take this off. Now the first one that I'm going to do, I don't have to clean the top because I'm just going to reuse this one right here. And again, you can see the milk solids at the bottom. This is what will sit on my counter. But the rest, I have to get the oil off. Where did I put it? Okay, I see my vinegar. So vinegar is what you use to cut oil. And it doesn't have to be any fancy vinegar for this. I just use distilled vinegar. I do make my own vinegar, but that's not what I'm going to be using on this. I want to make sure that there is no oil whatsoever on this, or you just won't get a good seal. Okay. Got three lids here ready. It's really an easy process. And I'm going to put this on pretty tight. This will just seal on its own, but I want to be 100% sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back in the oven for a few minutes and make sure this whole part gets soft. The rubber, that is, so that it seals. And the next thing that you do, again, you can see all these milk fats, is you just take the jar and you, every so often, give it a nice little shake. Get those milk solids in there. So you can see the difference in the colors. Shake another one. You do this every few minutes. I put a couple in the refrigerator so they would cool a little quicker for you. If you look carefully, you can see butter fat at the top as well as the bottom. So, again, compare the two. Back into the refrigerator. And of course this one I want to also give a shake. And I'm going to pause this for a little while and then I'll be back with you. While that is settling, I've got some more little jars. These are half pints, so they will hold about a half pound of butter. And then stirring this up. Now, I want you to be able to see that. It's very hard to see though. I don't want to spill it. You'll just have to see it when I dump it. I'll tell you what it smells like in here. It smells like movie theater popcorn. Try to be very careful not to get any on the rim. One thing I noticed since I've made this butter this way, well, I didn't make the butter, since I have processed the butter this way, is that the texture remains at room temperature, a little softer than it does if I am just leaving a stick of butter out in the container. And I personally really like that because, you know, it's nice when you go to have some toast or whatever you want your butter on. It's very nice to be able to spread it easier. I can see right now I did not bring enough of these, so I'm going to keep going. I think 2 or 3 more. Okay, back to wiping off the edges. Just to be sure, I'm going to put a little more vinegar on this. Oh, an interesting fact you might find. I found that my washcloths were repelling liquid. So I wondered what that was. And after a little research, what I found out is it's the use of liquid fabric softeners that makes it do that. So I no longer use any liquid fabric softeners. Of course, if I wanted a nice alternative, I could use vinegar. Okay, I'm going to cap these. Let that oven heat it up. And again, these ones go in. one extra ring. And wipe this off a little bit. And it's just time to give these another shake, so I'll bring you up closer. And these are the ones sitting at the counter. And I just shake it again. Try to get that milk solid incorporated. Get the ones out of the fridge, try them. That cooling has made a difference. So you can see this one is getting a little thicker. When they get thicker, they are a little harder to shake. That's okay. Begin to see the regular color of butter. Back in the fridge. I'm kind of curious, how many of you like to use real butter? How many of you make your own butter? I wish I could. We don't have any dairy animals on the homestead. And how many of you use margarine? I have a lot of friends who eat completely vegan and they make some of their own spreads, and some of them are pretty good. But I like butter. Ooh, that baby is hot. So again, this is what this one looks like. Look at all that milk at the bottom. Let's get out some more of those. Really different look. So what I will do is go ahead, make sure these lids are on very tight. Turn off the oven and go from this to that. Okay, I'm gonna get the cold one again. Look at this one. So this one can't even really shake. So this is what it's going to look like later. And I want you to see each of the ones. See that difference? And that's one that I'd shaken. Here's one that I had just taken out of the oven. So they're going to turn this regular butter look. And I think that's what we're waiting for, what we like. I think that's what we like. Get the one out of the refrigerator now. Give it another shake. You see the... Look at the difference in that. Well, I hope you found this informative. Sorry it took a long time, but it was important to me that you get to see the final product, what it's going to look like. Well, it's Maria from Still Dreaming Homestead. I want to pray blessings on you and yours, in your house, out of your house, in the day and the night. Whatever you do, keep dreaming. Bye-bye.